Welcome to this video on ClearVantage System-Wide Customization, Company Information and Reference Tables. System-wide customization is an important administrative tool in maximizing your organization's application of ClearVantage as business needs evolve. There are four main areas of system-wide customization that impact all the users in ClearVantage: company information, reference tables, notebook field customization, specifically renaming fields and defining new fields, and query customization. Edits and updates to these four areas will be reflected for each user accessing ClearVantage. As such, it will be important for these updates and changes to be made with consideration to all users of the application. The permissions for these changes are limited to system administrators. Let's begin by taking a look at customizing company information. In ClearVantage, information on your organization is stored in the company table and used in other areas throughout the application, including invoices, quick letters, and financial processes. Your organization's companies will have been configured as a part of your implementation. Additional companies can be added to the company table, although customized configuration is often required to support multiple companies in ClearVantage. If you are interested in adding an additional company, contact Euclid Support for more information. Let's review the company information table for a company that has already been added. From the Administration main menu dropdown, click on Company Information to open the Company Information window. From here, use the arrows to scroll between companies and find the company you wish to review. There are four fields to highlight on the Company Information table: name, legal name, address, and fiscal year end. The first three fields, name, legal name, and address, while not required, are recommended. The information populated here is pulled through to your organization's standard invoice. The fourth field, fiscal year end, is an important field to set for reporting purposes. If you are changing your fiscal year, we suggest contacting Euclid Technology to ensure that other areas of the system account for this change. The subsequent fields, including email, URL, phone numbers, primary contact information, and other information, are not required, but when populated, this information can be utilized in quick letters. Additionally, depending on the invoice you're using, you can upload an invoice logo for this company under the Invoice Logo field. To update these fields, make your desired changes and select Save. As you make changes to this information, you must log out and back into ClearVantage to view the changes throughout the application. Next, let's review the More tab, which contains additional company information. First, we have the Bill To and Ship To addresses. These are the Bill To and Ship To addresses that appear on vendor orders. The Merchant ID, Merchant Processor, VeriSign Merchant ID, and VeriSign Password. These fields were populated with credit card processor information from ClearVantage versions prior to ClearVantage 7.7. These fields will no longer need to be populated, as this information is now stored in CVPass. Lastly, we have our company accounts information. In this section, we've entered the ledger codes for our AR, cash, and liability accounts. The information contained here is utilized in the financial processing in ClearVantage. Once you have verified this information, click OK to save your changes. Keep in mind that this information must be populated for each company record that is configured in ClearVantage. As you make changes to this information, you must log out and back into ClearVantage to view the changes throughout the application. The second area of system-wide customization in ClearVantage is the reference tables. Reference tables contain information to help manage the data inside ClearVantage. For example, drop-down lists, committee types, member types, and skill codes, as well as control application behaviors, for example, system settings. As with any changes to the company information table, only system administrators have permission to modify reference tables. Other users must ask an administrator for any necessary changes. There are several key reference tables in ClearVantage. For a full list and description of each reference table, download a copy of the ClearVantage Administration Guide from the Euclid Support site. For now, let's highlight a number of important examples. To review the reference tables, select Administration, Reference Tables. In the Edit Reference Tables window, click on the Select Reference Table dropdown. In this dropdown, we'll list all reference tables available in ClearVantage. Let's highlight a number of important examples, starting with the ledger reference codes. The ledger reference codes is a list of GL accounts used for mapping revenue. For each GL, a debit ledger CD, deferred ledger CD, and company CD can be specified. Accounts will need to be listed in this reference table to be mapped to revenue items in ClearVantage. Next, we have the ledger item CD map. This is a list of mappings to GL accounts from various revenue generating items. This map is automatically updated when a new dues offering, event, or product is mapped to an accounting code in the notebook. The lookups reference table. As mentioned previously, many of the available values in ClearVantage drop-down menus can be customized within reference tables. Some drop-down menu values within ClearVantage are not housed in unique reference tables, but rather housed in the larger lookups reference table. You can modify or add values to a drop-down menu by adding a row to the lookups reference table. Depending on your configuration, the lookups table can also be used to store reference values for user-defined fields. The member type, both individual and organization tables. These tables contain lists of member types available for individuals and organizations respectively. If your organization is adding a new membership type, you want to add it to these reference tables. System settings. This table contains key system settings that dictate system behaviors and business rule application. Changes to system settings that can be easily modified are referenced throughout the ClearVantage documentation. Changes may impact how ClearVantage functions and processes data. Please contact Euclid Technology to discuss modifications to your system settings. And lastly, user roles. This table contains user roles for database logins. User roles determine the categorization of users and are important in customization of screens for user groups. For more information on user roles, watch our videos on customizing user roles on the Euclid support site. System administrators are free to edit information in reference tables, but we recommend that you do not delete or change reference table values that are used in existing records. Notebooks and report may display the values in historical data, and removing the values from the reference tables may impact those objects. Let's take a look at editing a reference table, in this case, the aforementioned lookups reference table. As an example, my membership team has asked me to add an additional contact type for the individual notebook of education to indicate an organization's educational contact. When you're looking for a particular value on a reference table, you can filter the values to only display the records that match your filter criteria. Once you have the reference table open, select Filter. Click on the field you wish to filter by on the left side of the window. In this case, we'll be filtering on a category of contact type. You can enter a starting range and/or ending range to filter for a range of values. To filter by a specific value, click on the By Value tab. Select whether to filter by exact match, partial match at beginning, or partial match anywhere. Once you've entered the value you want to filter by, select OK to apply the filter. In this case, we can see we have 6 contact types currently available in ClearVantage. Hit the New button on the right side of the window to add a new row. When adding an additional option, be sure to follow the convention of the previous option and complete all fields. Once your edits have been made, select OK. Editing a reference table often requires you to close ClearVantage and log in to refresh the reference table stored in your local computer. To view my changes, I'm going to log out and back into ClearVantage. Now that we've logged back into ClearVantage, let's review our individual notebook changes. Under contact type, we can see that we now have the education contact type available. Regular updating of your organization's company information and reference tables can have an important impact on maximizing your organization's application of ClearVantage as business needs evolve. For more information on company information and reference tables, download a copy of the ClearVantage Administration Guide from the Euclid support site.